Hey Pipes and PT, Alfie here. Just when you thought I forgot about the Morley wire, here is your drop-in Morley wire optical circuit board. As you can see, I've mounted it here on a piece of MDF, and I've only had the picture to really work off, but from what I can tell, the slider, which looks like a piece of black plastic or cardboard, will come through here, and there's your LED and your optical circuit there, so we'll actually mount upside down here. And from looking at pictures of the pedal, it looks as if though this would be the top of the board if the pedal was upside down right here, and that would mean that the battery goes in there, therefore the treadle sits about halfway. So if we flip this over, the treadle would sit like this, and if the top of my fingers are at the top of your toes, that means that the wire should action like that, which means that when it pulls up here, that means the black cardboard, which I've got some here, the black cardboard would go up, sort of up like that, and then back down again for the lower bass sounds when you put the heel down on the pedal. So I've got everything you need right here. We've got our little wire circuit here, also included some power supply filtering just to upgrade it there. It's a copy of a Clyde McCoy wire with all the recommended mods on there that you find all over the internet. So we've got our input and output jack here, and we've got a 9-volt power negative tip Boss style adapter. You can also got a battery snap if you like to use batteries, of course, though I recommend you don't really use batteries in this, because I actually wired up this LED directly to the battery terminals, so it's always on. It doesn't really draw much current, but if you're going to use batteries, just make sure that you take the batteries out when you're not going to use it overnight or something like that. Hooked it up to a foot switch, so it's a true bypass, and yeah, this is it. So this is the drop-in kit. Now, you should probably try to drop it in as it is. The only problem is mounting it inside the chassis of the Morley case. Now I noticed that there's 4 screws in the Morley case, which are probably situated about here, 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 and here. So what you'll have to do is try to line it up with this slot here for the optical blocking mechanism, whatever the hell they use, and just try to line it up so it's closer to the original circuit board. Then you'll probably just have to drill a couple of holes, just really there and there, and mount it to the case. If you have to take this off here, all I've used are just, if you see these little tabs just there that look like they're soldered on, if you look at the back, see that looks like it's stapled. These are just paper clips. Paper clips I've used to hold everything down on here in the board, the little optical circuit. So you can just snap them off with some wire cutters or whatever. Obviously you'll take them off all these components here, and you'll slide everything in. The way I've designed this is you do not have to solder anything. This switch here is actually, the DC jack is on a clip or a socket, wiring socket. So you just disconnect that, undo this screw, slide it in from the other way, from outside of the case to the inside, put the screw onto the back to hold it in place, attach that, and that's in. Same with everything else. Now, the only problem that you will have, apart from trying to mount this in the right spot, will be you'll have to drill a hole in the wire pedal to accommodate this foot switch, which is much like their classic wire or their other power wires. And you'll also have to drill a hole for the DC adapter. You have to widen the hole that's already in there, just so this one will fit through. But that's fairly easy stuff. So you'll have to drill 2 holes in the actual chassis of the wire, and then you just have to drill the 2 mounting holes there, or 4 if you want to. Honestly, if you're going to put this in there, I'd probably just get some liquid nails and glue it in there. So because liquid nails is strong enough to hold this in so it won't move, but if you really want to, it's MDF, you can just rip it off. And yeah, at the moment it's complete, but this inductor is kind of a homemade sort of cheap inductor made from a tiny little coupling transformer. If you want to get those nice sweet vintage tones, you'll have to change it to like a red Fazzle, or what I recommend is the Whipple, which you can find on eBay, or you could just get a Dunlop standard inductor, or whatever you like. This is a very mellow sounding wire, as you heard from the demonstration, but here it is, finished product. So just let me know which one of you guys want to tackle this. Who should I send it to, Mr. Pipes or Mr. PT? And it'll be on its way to the States. Once again, thanks for the great show, and bliss on.